عليكم ninjas, أهلا وسهلا بكم. Another epic comparison smartphones which have the same price tag, $500. Redmi K30 Pro slash Poco F2 Pro versus the iPhone SE 2020. Wait a minute, I'm just gonna change them like this. I'm gonna put them like this. Check. Wait. Anyway, ninjas, this is the comparison: screen, design, speakers, and camera. The most important thing is the camera. Obviously, here for regarding the design screen, it's a clear winner that the Redmi K30 Poco F2 Pro on the right side. Redmi K30 is $465. Poco F2 Pro is $500. You can have the buying links in the description. iPhone SE in Europe is $500. In USA is $400, ninjas. Remember that. While the Poco F2 Pro is everywhere available for $500, or the Redmi K30 Pro for $465, everywhere is available for the same price tag. So there's no difference if you are in USA or something like that, if you want to order it by yourself. I mean, just the design itself, you can see immediately here. Let me just put this on the side. Both of these devices have the most powerful chipset for this price tag, Bionic A13 versus Snapdragon A65, but for the speed test you will have to check my other video, okay? So far what we're seeing here, we have like a small tiny snail versus a dinosaur on the right side. Anyway, so we have a 7.3mm thickness versus 9mm, so oh my god, it's almost 2mm thicker, the Redmi K30 Pro. It's a much thicker smartphone. It's much heavier, ninjas. 148 for the iPhone SE 2020 edition, while we have here on the right side 218. So ninjas, that's a big difference in thickness, in heaviness. And but of course you do get larger display, larger battery. Anyway, both of these devices has glass on the front and glass on the back, plus they have aluminum alloy frames, ninjas. Yes, aluminum frames. You can see yourself. Beautiful. Anyway, what we can know that both of these devices do come, of course, sorry for that, both of them do have really great speakers, but let me just tell you, it is that the iPhone SE has a stereo feature. Redmi K30 Pro doesn't have a stereo feature. It has only one speaker on the bottom, which we're going to test, of course, in my sound speaker comparison. First, what we're going to do, it is also the back. You can see myself here, the back, completely different smartphones. We have one single camera with the iPhone SE. We have quad camera setup with the Redmi K30 Pro, 64 megapixel high resolution, ninjas. But again, not always the higher megapixel means that it's a better camera. That doesn't mean. So this video we're gonna show you the differences, ninjas, at the day and at the night. Nevertheless, design-wise, of course, the Redmi K30 Pro is a win-win. For people who don't like big smartphones, iPhone SE, it's a really great packaging. Just if you want to have the most powerful Apple chipset right now for this price tag, iPhone is a really great buy. Just $400 if you live in USA, $500 in Europe. Still really expensive in Europe, $500. I don't know. Again, like I said here, depends of the user. If, like I said here, it's a shame that OnePlus, Xiaomi, and other brands not producing small smartphones like, example, the Apple iPhone SE dimensions. It's a shame, ninjas. Anyway, let's go immediately. Firstly, we're gonna open and watch some YouTube video. We're gonna compare the YouTube videos all together. So let me put these two smartphones on the table. Here we go, ninjas. iPhone SE on the top, Redmi K30 Pro on the bottom, and you can immediately see here the differences. By the way, I'm having here the maximum brightness with the iPhone SE. This is the maximum brightness. It's an obvious win here. So we have 4.7 inches versus 6.57 inches. So basically that's 2 more inches here with the Redmi K30 Pro, which is really crazy. It's a big difference. Oh my god, check it out. This is amazing. I love to do these comparisons, ninjas. LCD IPS versus an AMOLED Samsung panel here with the Redmi K30 Pro. We have 720p resolution versus Full HD Plus resolution. By the way, this is the maximum I can go on YouTube. That is the 720p. Here we have a Full HD. Beautiful. Anyway, what we can tell you again, screen density 326 versus 395, so almost 400 pixels, almost PPI, almost 400 PPI for the Redmi K30 Pro. So again, huge difference in resolution, in screen density, in the screen size, in the screen brightness. Is just a huge difference, ninjas. Anyway, regarding the contrast itself, it's a big difference in the contrast. 5 million with one contrast ratio with the Redmi K30 Pro, and with the iPhone SE we have a measure 1400 with one contrast ratio ninjas. Wide color display P3 and DCI P3 with both of them. Brightness itself, it's not bad ninjas. For the iPhone SE, honestly, it's a not bad screen. It's a not bad screen here. I'm not, of course, it's not the best in the world, but altogether, it's a decent screen. It's not like a really terrible screen or something like that. Of course, Redmi K30 Pro does win here because it has a better viewing angles, better brightness, and you can even judge by yourself that it has a better brightness myself. Now we're going to go and check the viewing angles just for the end, and of course the screen to body ratio. This is very important for a lot of people. iPhone SE does have this hectic home button vibration and of course fingerprint sensor on the front, which some people do still prefer in 2020 ninjas. Yep. And also the Redmi K30 Pro has a pop-up camera. iPhone SE has a single camera over there and earpiece over there. They could, man. They could make this, but again, they use the old design of the iPhone 8. They could make this smartphone even with a better screen-to-body ratio. Anyway, let's go with the viewing angles. Check it out, ninjas. This is the viewing angles. Let me just put the smartphones like this, side on the side. And you're going to see by yourself the difference. Here we go. iPhone left, Redmi K30 Pro on the right, iPhone, Redmi, iPhone, Redmi. Here you go. Check it out. It's a clear winner for the Redmi K30 Pro. The AMOLED panel is just ninjas. Check it out. View the red colors. Still decent screen. I'm telling you, this is a really decent screen here. Even if it's a 720p only, it's a decent screen. I repeat again, I'm not on the side of the Apple. Of course, that for the price tag, example Redmi K30 Pro, it's a win-win. But if you want to go for the small screen, you're going to be satisfied. If you're going to buy the iPhone SE, honestly, you're going to be satisfied. I like the colors of the iPhone SE displays. Anyway, let's go now with the speaker comparison. Okay, let's play firstly with the iPhone SE max volume ninjas. Let's go. Stereo speakers. Only one speaker, but very loud speaker.
عافني في بصري اللهم عافني في بدني اللهم عافني في سمعي اللهم عافني في بصري لا إله إلا أنت الله.
Okay, ninjas, so we get the point here. So in my opinion here, the win goes for the Redmi K30 Pro. It is a better and louder, much louder, for basically one single speaker on the bottom. iPhone SE does win in the stereo feature there. It is going to be really enjoyable for the movies and playing games because of the 360 sound effect. You're going to enjoy that. Shame they didn't include with the Redmi K30 Pro stereo speakers. Honestly, it's a really shame. It's a shame. Nevertheless, ninjas, this is regarding the screen and speaker comparison, design comparison. Easily here, what we can give the points for the iPhone SE, we can give the points for the compactness. Yes, for the compactness, ninjas. For the, of course, Redmi K30 Pro, we can give for the bigger screen, better and more enjoyable viewing, pleasant for the eye, full screen display mode with a great screen to body ratio. Ninjas, basically regarding design-wise, iPhone SE does have a wireless feature and it has a waterproof feature. Redmi K30 Pro doesn't have that. Remember, iPhone SE has a wireless charging support, bro. For this price tag, it has wireless charging support and it's a waterproof certificated smartphone. So you can dump it in the water, bro. Yep, you can do that. So that's an easy win here for the iPhone SE. We have to say that, ninjas. Display-wise, it's also easy win here for the Redmi K30 Pro. AMOLED panel, better contrast ratio, higher contrast ratio, higher screen density, higher screen brightness, and just overall better display. Just overall better display. You, of course, you're gonna agree with me. But ninjas, depends on the people. Some people don't like AMOLED panels. Some of them like IPS colors, etc., etc. That's also we have to say it's a pro and a con in other ways. And the speaker itself, Redmi K30 Pro wins because, of course, louder speaker, but also iPhone SE has this feature which is stereo speakers, two speakers in the same time activated. Anyway, let's go with the camera comparison now. Finally, the buying links will be in the description. Thank you for watching.
Okay, now 360, iPhone SE, Redmi K30 Pro. That's it. Okay, now 360, iPhone SE, Redmi K30 Pro. That's it. Okay, now 360, iPhone SE, Redmi K30 Pro. That's it. Okay, assalamu alaikum. This is a camera comparison, iPhone SE versus Redmi K30 Pro. 1080p 30 fps, handheld footage, walk-in. What do you think, which smartphone has a better video camera? Checking here the exposure, dynamic range. Here it is. The sun is just behind my face. Oh my god, we completely lost my face with the Redmi K30 Pro. So the exposure balance is way better with the iPhone and the Apple software, IS software, like you see by itself. Way better, ninjas. This is where the Xiaomi completely lost my face with the Redmi K30 Pro. So the exposure balance is way better with the iPhone and the Apple software, IS software, like you see by itself. Way better, ninjas. This is where the Xiaomi and other Huawei and other Chinese gigantic companies have to work in the future. It is with the software regarding the camera itself. That's it. Let's go next. Range. Here it is. The sun is just behind my face. Oh my god, we completely lost my face with the Redmi K30 Pro. So the exposure balance is way better with the iPhone and the Apple software, IS software, like you see by itself. Way better, ninjas. This is where the Xiaomi and other Huawei and other Chinese gigantic companies have to work in the future. It is with the software regarding the camera itself. That's it. Let's go next. Okay, right now this is 4K test, 30 fps, iPhone SE versus Redmi K30 Pro, using in handheld footage. Showing you the handheld footage using just my hands without any gimbal whatsoever, and walk in. What do you think, which smartphone has a better video stability? I'm gonna try to run also. Which one has a better video stability? I'm gonna try to run also. Oh, Shamai! Kid saying hi. What do you think, which smartphone has a better video stability? I'm gonna try to run also. Oh, Shamai! Kid saying hi. Okay, iPhone SE versus Redmi K30 Pro. Handheld footage, 1080, 4K 30 fps. Okay, iPhone SE versus Redmi K30 Pro. Handheld footage, 1080, 4K 30 fps. Okay, iPhone SE versus Redmi K30 Pro. Handheld footage, 1080, 4K 30 fps. Can you just iPhone SE versus Redmi K30 Pro? This is full HD at 30 FPS. Checking the video stability. Great cameras, man. For the price tag, honestly. Great cameras, man. For the price tag, honestly, one of the best cameras. The best cameras, what you get, the chipset and the cameras. Overall, the best packages that you can get, ninjas. Maybe one smartphone doesn't have this or that one, ninjas. Example, Redmi K30 Pro doesn't have a wireless charging, doesn't have a waterproof feature, which iPhone SE, but it does have a bigger display, bigger battery. Just amazing, just amazing. Beautiful. Great cameras, man. For the price tag, honestly, one of the best cameras. The best cameras, what you get, the chipset and the cameras. Overall, the best packages that you can get, ninjas. Maybe one smartphone doesn't have this or that one, ninjas. Example, Redmi K30 Pro doesn't have a wireless charging, doesn't have a waterproof feature, which iPhone SE, but it does have a bigger display, bigger battery. Just amazing, just amazing. Beautiful. iPhone SE, Redmi K30 Pro, handheld. iPhone SE, Redmi K30 Pro, handheld. iPhone SE, Redmi K30 Pro, handheld. Okay, let's test autofocus. Okay, let's test autofocus. Okay, let's test autofocus. Okay, just Redmi K30 Pro versus iPhone SE at the night. Video sample 1080p 30 fps. Okay, just Redmi K30 Pro versus iPhone SE at the night. Video sample 1080p 30 fps.
Can just Redmi K30 Pro versus iPhone SE at the night. Video sample 1080p 30 fps.
When I see you, say mashallah, look at that creation. Subhanallah, I'm amazed. When I see the shine on the face, baby girl, we can go play. Me no like the bad girl, you good. Me write the song just for you. You had it. Listen, just say you love me loud. To that West Africa halal boy.